You want to buy one of the new hypercharges, but you do not know which one to choose? Well, don't worry because today I'll rank the new 12 hypercharges from the ones that you shouldn't be buying to the ones that you definitely gotta take. So at the last spot we have Carl. The flames don't really do that much damage and they don't even burn the enemy. It just doesn't look good. Easily D tier. At the 11th place we have Lola. You see the buff on the ego is not that crazy. They didn't add much more damage and much more health to Lola's ego. So yeah, not really a good hyper in my opinion. I'd say C tier is fine for her. Then at place number 10 we have Meg. The range of this super is increased, but it's not really that useful. And when you transform into Mecha, you get a 3k shield, so yeah, a pretty decent hyper, but nothing broken. B tier suits it very well to me. Okay, so for place number 9 we have Bow. The fact that you can simultaneously put 8 mines in the map is kinda good, but again, there are just better hypercharges that you can buy, so yeah, it's starting to be good, so I'm just gonna give you a B tier because there are just better hypercharges. And talking about better hypercharges, we have Grom Hyper, sitting at 8th place. It deals a lot of damage, so you have to be really careful, as you might get easily 6k damage and knockback, and it is also pretty hard to dodge in my opinion, so I think B plus fits it best. Then we have at number 7, B. This one is actually pretty good, as if you hit someone with B's hyper from very close, you can probably deal from 2 to 3k damage, which is a lot, trust me, and overall the increased range I think is pretty well made. A tier. Okay, so now with number 6 we have Sam. To be honest, the fact that you don't have to worry about having to go grab the super again is just very good. Because if you hit someone with the super, it will come back to you. But if you don't hit anybody, the super won't come back. I think it reduces a little the precision that you need to have when throwing Sam super, so I like this. And also the fact that Sam might actually become a sort of a sniper. Like if you don't miss the super, you can definitely kill someone from the distance. So again, pretty well done by Supercell. A tier. Now, entering the top 5, we have Mandy. Yep, Mandy got actually a very good hyper in my opinion. I mean, 3 supers, man. It is kind of a lot. So I think it has to be used against opponents that are not really that far away, because otherwise the supers will split and hardly hit someone. But if you're a mid-distance, for example, as shown in this brothel clip, I think it would be almost impossible to dodge all 3 of them. Or at least very hard. A plus tier suits it very well to me. Now, going with the top 4, we have Buster. Maybe it's a little overrated, but the 360 shield is actually pretty good to see, as getting hit from the side with Buster at the moment is pretty annoying, so this hyper solves that problem, and I couldn't agree more that this is what Buster needed to get back in the A tier, you know? So yeah, very well done by Supercell as well. Again, A plus tier, very well deserved. Now, for the top 3 and first S tier hyper of the update, we have Chester. I mean, look at this, man. It is, I would say, impossible to dodge it. The explosion is way too big, you get also slowed afterwards, so to me it looks very broken. We'll see if the recharging speed will be good as well, but I'm telling you, Chester might be back in esports. S tier completely deserved. So now, time for number 2, and I'm very happy to see such a bully brought in by the community get such a broken hypercharge. Like, Hank Super is already very good, and you make torpedoes follow you behind walls so that you can escape? Like, are you even kidding me? This just makes no sense. They have to nerf it. And I'm very curious to see Hank getting picked in esports because it is gonna happen. I know it is. And I have just no words. It is just way too broken. S tier. But as the most broken of all hypercharges that we have with this new update, we have a number 1 Mr. P. That, by the way, really needed a good hypercharge to recover from this bad period spent in the F tier, and if the hyper recharges fast as well, Mr. P might get us point in the A tier. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens, so yeah, we'll see. But for now, I say S plus tier for this hyper. So my final advice is to buy Mr. P's hypercharge, and if you want to spend more money in the new hypercharges, feel free to get Ang's hyper and Justa's as well. These 3 are very broken to me, so let me know in the comments if you agree with me, and if you're going to buy some of the new hypercharges. And as always, thanks for watching.